Today we are going to talk about discipline. Today we are going to talk about discipline in your area of prayer. Discipline in your area of prayer. Do you know that even when we are making prayers, we need to discipline ourselves as children of God? We need to be disciplined. We need to have a routine on how we are going to make our petitions. We need to know what time are we going to pray and when are we going to be closer and intimate with God. There are those people who have made a routine to pray maybe in the midnight hour, 12 to 1 a.m. That is one of the most powerful prayer you can ever make as a child of God. It is very, very, very crucial and essential. There are those ones who pray at 3 a.m. It's also one of the most powerful prayer hour that you can ever make. And also, during the day, you can also pray the clock time hour as 9, 12, 3 p.m. Those are some of the most powerful prayer hours you can ever select and make a petition to God. So you will need to discipline yourself when you are making a prayer. You need to know the do's and the don'ts that you need to have in life for God's glory in the name of Jesus Christ. So discipline here is very key as a child of God. You know, one thing that I'm going to talk and emphasize on a prayer is a necessity. It's not an extremist. It's a very let us even say it's almost a basic need to every Christian. Once you're a Christian, we are molded by prayer. Prayer makes our life easy as a Christian. Prayer makes us be able to fight spiritual warfare. Prayer makes our spiritual eyes to open and we are able to see the unseen by a normal person. Prayer elevates our morale. Prayer pulls us closer to God. Prayer makes us in a way such that we are intimate with our Creator. And God is going to come through for us in the name of Jesus Christ. So once you realize that prayer is a necessity and do the necessary, God being on our side, He's going to fight for us and He's going to give us victory in the name of Jesus Christ. So when was the last time you prioritized prayer? You know, sometimes when I ask people about how often do they pray, some people do not have answers. And sometimes you can be pushed. Maybe you are driving a car and you feel like there's something pushing you to pray over something. Maybe you are praying over an accident. Maybe you are praying for an attack. Maybe you are praying over some things that is happening in your life. So your subconscious is realizing that there is an attack that is going to take place, or there's an accident that is ahead of you. So you are going to pray, intercede, so that you are able to cap from that catastrophe or from that disaster. So God is alerting you in advance for you to take measures. And sometimes you may feel like you have an urge of praying and you don't pray. And then when something manifests is when you start saying, okay, my subconscious was pushing me to do this, but I did not take an opportunity to do it. So let us learn to be alert in our spiritual senses. Let us learn to be alert in every aspect of our life. Let us learn to be alert so that we are able to hear the voice of God upon our life. Children of God, friends, brethren, and family, we need to be children of God who are radical in decision making. We need to be children of God who are vibrant, children of God who are ahead, children of God who can see beyond, children of God who tell God, open my eyes to see the unseen, open my eyes for me to see what is ahead of me. So in the book of Psalms number 34, chapter 6, I read the hard copy, 34 verses 6. This poor man cried out, and the Lord heard him and saved him out of all his troubles. So when we talk about discipline, we see this story here. The poor man cried to God and told him, God, hear me, save me from my troubles. So if you discipline yourself and make it a tendency for you to pray often more than ever, God is going to come through for you. He is going to hear your cry. He is going to change your story. He is going to give you a new song. He is going to elevate you to higher heights. God being on your side, going to fight for you. You're not going to regret having chosen to follow Christ. Friends, we need to be louder. We need to do things in a way such that we are going to recognize God's will upon our life. We really need to be Christians who are in a place whereby we are making right decisions in regard to our salvation. We are disciplining ourselves versus every choice that we make in our life for God's glory, so that God is going to be pleased with us and is going to come through in the name of Jesus Christ. In the book of Romans, number 12, verses 12, Romans 12, verses 12, rejoice in hope, patience in tribulation, continuing steady but fast in prayer. So it doesn't matter what we are going through right now. Actually, it does not matter. You are alive right now. It does not matter your situation right now. Yes, things may have fallen apart. Yes, you may have lost that job. Yes, your marriage may be crumbling. Yes, you may have divorced. Yes, you may have buried that relationship. Yes, you may have buried your only son, your only daughter. You may have lost your parent you love so dearly. Yes, I don't care what life has served you with. One thing that is for sure, it doesn't matter what tribulation that you have gone through. It doesn't matter the steady fast and also whatever it has been. God is going to give you a new song. God is going to stand, oh my God, and is going to elevate you to a different height altogether. It doesn't matter, brethren, how life has been difficult to you. It doesn't matter, sometimes you even miss basic needs. It doesn't matter what life is serving right now. It doesn't actually matter. One thing that is for sure, soak yourself in prayer. Continue yielding and waiting upon God. Continue telling God it doesn't matter. Yes, I am hoping that things gonna change tomorrow. I am hoping that my tomorrow gonna be better than today. Patience in tribulation. Doesn't matter how many people have deserted me. It doesn't matter what life has served me. It doesn't matter what I've gone through. It actually does not matter how difficult it has been. One thing that is for sure, when God is on our side, He's going to give us victory in the name of Jesus Christ. One thing that I'm going to emphasize tonight, friends, brethren, and the family, as we are discussing this topic of discipline, we need to really be disciplined. We need to make prayer our basic need. We need to make it in a way such that it is a necessity. It is a must-do thing for all of us in the name of Jesus Christ. Let us tighten our relationship with God. Let us tighten it more than ever before. Let us walk closer to God more than we have ever been. Let us make our journey and our path in salvation smoother than it has ever been. We really need to be radical, friends, in decision making. We need to change. We need to turn around for God's glory. We need to tell God we are here. We are surrendering all. We are waiting upon you. Show us direction. Discipline us so that we are able to make the right decision in regard to our salvation for God's glory. And we are going to live to testify of the goodness of God upon our life.